How you doing, guys? It's LSP. It's 13th of March 2018 and this is day 41 of my challenge to take £150 to 10k. The time is currently 1:27 p.m. in the afternoon GMT time, and I'm just opting to do this now because I've just traded a little bit of the New York session and the markets are, they were slightly favourable and then kind of not favourable, and you can see it's been a little bit of a challenging day, to say the least, in terms of getting any sort of movement in my favour. I'm just trying to find. So what we got? That was yesterday. So that's where we started today. You can see I did a buy on cable, about 34 pence. A buy on cable, 26 pence. Loss. A buy limit on cable, which didn't get triggered. Another buy on cable for 82 pence, and then a USD CAD trade, which did actually move in favour. The first one that I took was at 20 pence profit. The second one that I took, I was up about £19 at one point, but then it kind of came all the way back up, and I just opted to take it off the table, and I'll just quickly show you that one. Nope. So cable, I was the initial long was basically here, and I've got to zoom in just to show you. The initial long was here, and at the time, the chart kind of looked like that, and we had this kind of really nice low, another low, another low, reversal, breaks, the highs, and then just on this little pullback, I got in at 95, a little bit of a pop. Wasn't really happy with the way price was moving, kind of got out. That was the end of that one. And I did another buy somewhere in here, I think it was. Again, small little pop in favour. It did dip a little bit. I did grab some more. It went back up, killed both positions, and then obviously the level that I'd marked off up here, which was based on my entry around about 20 pips, I think it was, or 30 pips. This doesn't bother me, guys, just so you know. Stuff like this doesn't bother me at all, because at the time, price wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do. It almost halted at one point, and the two of the positions that I had on cable, I actually closed out on my phone because I was like, shit, my internet's gone down. Do you know what I mean? So I just kind of exited the trades, which I would have done anyway on my Mac, but just price stopped. It just wasn't doing anything. And then obviously we had the news release for the dollar at 12.30, and you can see we had this really nice drop lower, and on the initial drop, you can see that I've been talking about this for a while, guys. Obviously, this price level that I've had up here, saying that when it gets up there, I wanted to see some sort of a reaction, and then once I saw the reaction, I'd be looking for my normal setup, which I got today. I'll drop down to the 15 just to show you that. So you can see this is the two price levels, okay, and that's that daily red level. You can see it literally went right up there, and it's reacted off that nicely. So that's just so you know what that is. Really nice sharp drop, okay, and then I waited for a move back up into the 50 level, which is just the old low, the old swing low, and I was in at 128.50, 128.501, so 128.50 basically, and at one point I was up about 16, 17, about £17.50, not £19, about £17.50, and then you can see it's kind of reversed all the way back up, kind of popped up a little bit, and now we're on this 15-minute candle. I'll show you the 5 minutes, so it's a little bit easier to see. So I was like all the way down here basically. It wasn't. I'm telling you, I remember seeing 19. That's why. So 01. Yeah, I was almost. Yeah, I remember seeing 19. I don't know whether the spread opened up or whatever, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing 19. But either way, I was waiting for this low to get tagged, which would have been 20 pips, so I could have taken off half the position, moved the stop to break even. I had a £15 risk for minimum £20 target, and I would have left the other portion on for the low down here, which would have been about 50 pips. So I would have made 25 pips on one portion and around about 25 pounds on one portion and about 10 pounds on the other portion. So about £35 trade for £15 risk. I was happy with that. But again, just going back to where we're at, you can see this kind of slop. It's wasn't really giving me what I wanted. Maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. But again, this is trading, guys. This is trading. This is what happens. It's very easy to get frustrated. I don't anymore. Stuff like this doesn't bother me. I did hit an equity high today on the account. I was up 1.255, and the highest we've ever been was 250.26. So it was nice to see. Nice to see. A little pop over. So we're slightly higher than we started at the beginning of the week at 240.16. And yeah, that's about it, man. Aussie dollar hit the first target. I still believe we're going up here and up here and up here. But again, I want to see a pullback. If I don't see it, then I'll wait for at least a nice run up, a good run up, and then a pullback into this one for the next tier upwards. So again, just back to monitoring, guys. Just back to chilling out, back to monitoring, and no stressing. Gold, nice pop today. You can see we had the initial pop down into the level that we've marked off, or I marked off. Then we came back into it again, dipped into it again, and then we've come back into it again, and we've pushed away. Now we've broken these highs. So for me, this is accumulation. Accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. We're going to 1341, and I'm going on record and saying it right now. Okay, in my opinion, we're going 1341. The ultimate target that I've been going on about 1375. I'm going to hold off going on record about that one for now, but I do believe we're going to hit 1341. So that's on the cards for me. Whether I find an opportunity to get into this or not, I don't know yet. But right now, all it's doing is just giving me confirmation of what I'm thinking. It's not giving me an entry at the minute, so I'm just going to be patient and wait. And that's about it, guys. There's nothing else really to talk about. Like I said, nice pop on cable. We haven't spoken about euro, but pretty much the same. Nice little pop on euro into this green box. Little bit of a back and forth up here, but I just have to wait. Have to wait for the daily candle to close today and see where we fare, and then we take it from there. So I do think that the dollar's going to continue its downward slope, at least to take out this swing low. So far, it's eaten into this down candle a little bit. So we're talking about another 35 pips or so from where it's at right now. Probably about 45, 45 pips. But just something to keep mindful of. This may reverse completely and go back up, but for now, I'm kind of slightly leaning towards the downside, and I had a bearish tone going into the start of this week anyway. Let's go and take one last look at CAD. Yeah, a bit messy. I mean, this may continue, like I said, but for me, all of this back and forth, it's enough for me to just close the trade, done. Didn't really want to be up £19 and then take a loss on this trade. Didn't make any sense. I did bring the stop down to £5 loss. So I had a 15 pip stop at one point with a one standard lot, which on this account is a pound a point, or a pound a pip. So I had a 15 pip stop, and then I brought that stop down to a 5 pip stop, and it was moving in favour pretty well, and I was expecting it to continue. It didn't. Came all the way back up, and I'm not taking a £5 loss when I've been up £19. It doesn't make any sense. So I just basically closed it for a very, very small gain. And we will move on to tomorrow. Alright guys, so I hope this video finds you well. Excuse me, there's a link to a Telegram room below where you can get updates on all the videos that I post, so you're more than welcome to join that. It's just a broadcast room. I don't post much in there, but it's good to just be abreast of what I'm doing if you're interested in following me along on my journey. And in the meantime, that's about it. I mean, you're welcome to follow me on Twitter. Again, I don't bombard people's phones. I just throw a few things out there here and there, mainly for myself, just to keep a track of things that I've said, things that I've posted. And if anybody challenges me on something, I can at least go back and point them in the right direction and say, look at this tweet or look at this video or whatever. All right, guys. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will speak to you all in the next review video.